Hey, what's up everyone? Today, I'm going to be reacting to Weird Al Yankovic versus Bo Burnham by We Scheme. So, I'm going to be rambling a little bit, so you can either gladly listen along, or if you don't care about my personal life, you can of course skip to the timestamp on the screen. So, anyways, I know I said I was on a break, but I'm going to be back just for this, okay? New music is on the way, but I need to increase. I'm in the middle of increasing my production, so that's why this is gonna be a while. Heck, I learned quite a bit over this whole Christmas break ordeal. It makes even my most recent song kind of obsolete at this point. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing in the world in my opinion, but it wasn't good. So, anyways, here, like I said, with increased production comes increased microphone. And no, I'm not using a microphone because I don't feel like it. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt with one string. It's really long because I don't care. So, I don't think there's too much disclosure. I'm still technically on a break, and yes, my wisdom teeth are still in. But, anyways, I wanted to react to this because, but the thing is, I watched it already. So it won't be as much of a reaction, but more of a critical analysis, okay? So without further ado, let's get started.
Weird Al Yankovic versus burnham.
Oh dear, what do we got here? Another YouTube kid who's afraid to be queer. Where from stop telling your family that you are gay to front as opposed to travel woke culture, okay?
Alright, the first few lines are already packed. Now, another YouTube kid who's afraid to be queer, so Bo Burnham started off on YouTube, and you're afraid to be weird because he is afraid to, you know, come off as weird. It's pretty simple. But then comes the next line. So he has a song called My Whole Family, where he discusses topics on that song. One of them are homosexuality. So, and I'm pretty sure he discusses that he isn't gay. So, anyways, he actually started that private. That video was private on YouTube, so he showed it to his whole family, and, you know, so basically, he told his whole family that he isn't gay. Simple enough. On to the next few lines.
Self-hating drama queen, go panic on the stage again. Well, I'm a white nerdy king, a comfy in my vegan skin.
As you can see, I've dropped a sweatshirt because I was sweating in it. So, anyways, let's get to the lines. The first one's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's just Weird Al Yankovic calling Bo Burnham a drama queen. Then, we have the second line, where he basically tells him to go panic on the stage again. I'm assuming he panicked on the stage once. I don't know much about Bo Burnham, other than a few simple facts here and there. But again, that's pretty self-explanatory. He calls himself the white and nerdy king. What Weird Al Yankovic does. I didn't know if I needed to clarify that or not, because it's still his verse. But because that's basically what he is. Like, he kind of is white and nerdy definition in some ways. You'd find him in the dictionary as white and nerdy definition. I should know, because I have a couple dictionaries myself. So, and, you know, the vegan skin is another thing that he mentioned. He's a vegan. You know, there's really nothing to it.
Whatever you beef, man, you better just eat it. Gonna need a relief plan for this edgelord elitist.
Of course he follows up a vegan line with, whatever your beef, man, you better just eat it. Because, you know, he doesn't eat meat. And, you know, stick to your own drama kind of thing. Also, there's my trophy in the background. That's kind of more of a participation thing. I didn't do much in that. Whatever. So, gonna need a relief plan, you know, a plan for, like, relief, first aid, you know, the type of relief plan you'd see after a storm comes through for this edgelord elitist, which I think is just a few nicknames for what Bo Burnham is in his set of views, and his points of view is what I was trying to say.
Hey look, it's the boomer humor train. Imagine seeing talent in a hack so fucking plain. Pathetic little footnote, such a cringe memento. I got cancer from your trails to sue Dr. Demento.
So at the start of Bo Burnham's verse, we have the boomer humor train. You know, they're just considered boomers because, you know, he's kind of old. And, yeah. And he calls him plain and simple, but I'm ching. And, alright. Cringe memento. Uno momento. Uno momento. Momento. Excuse me a moment. Cringe moment. Simple little line. Got cancer from your jokes. I'll sue Dr. Demento. Alright. Aside from I got cancer from your jokes, and I'm going to sue your doctor for this. I like the whole patient and doctor little reference thing, but there's another layer to this bar. Dr. Demento is similar to Weird Al Yankovic, as in, it was actually Weird Al Yankovic's mentor. So, basically, I got cancer from your jokes, and guess who caused these jokes was Dr. Demento, which is why he is going to sue him. There we go.
Real world talent and I'm making an impact. But when people buy your albums, they all wanna get my back. Be listening comedy, but you wanna give big laughs. Stick to parodies, Alice, what you're barely good at.
So, Bo Burnham is saying that he's actually making an impact, you know, in the world and whatnot. But when they buy Weird Al Yankovic's album, they always want to give half back. I think there was some sort of sale that happened here where he's like, okay, we'll give you half back if you don't like this or something. I think it's referring to that, and you know, how half the songs aren't always as good as the other half of the songs, but I think it's just most albums in general. I mean, just as a general consensus. And he's like, we want to get big laughs, well then just stick to your parodies. That's what you're barely good at. So, as in, you just stick to your parodies. You don't have any actual room to be a musician is what he's trying to say. And also I have a little bit of a nitpick with the end. It's the only, I would have went with that's the only thing you're good at. More of like a snarky remark, but you do you, man.
Probably the best joke you ever made, dummy. It's removed from reality, and that's what makes it funny. Comedy lessons from you, boo, a pass, dude. I was making bigger hits in your career before your parents accidentally made you.
So Weird Al Yankovic responds in saying, that was the best joke that he's ever made, and it's been moved. And he calls him a dummy, you know. That was just a build-up rhyme for what he actually wanted to say, which is, it's removed from reality, and that's what makes it funny. So, meaning it's not realistic. Therefore, it's laughably unrealistic, and you know, I mean, and he has a point in that degree. Then he does a reversal on the comedy lessons, and saying, you know, I think I'll pass, because he was making bigger hits before his parents accidentally made him. Now, that bar would have hit so much better, I think, had it been presented a little bit better. Like, I would have done something like, alright, sorry, this is also, not only is this a critical analysis, this is also, yeah, this is also me nitpicking on what I liked and didn't like about it. I would have been something like, I was born to be a star, while you were born in an accident, or something similar, something like, along the lines of that. Yeah.
I'm a yodeling jokester, a maestro when I come home. Let this boring joke blow so my flows as it cries. I'll keep those thoughts inside and make a giggle when the light's on. You act like humor died when no one laughs without a joke, son.
I think he name drops a bunch of things, but saying that he won't stir his flow. And then there's some references that I didn't quite get. Like, when the giggles when the light's on, you know. And then, no one laughs without a joke, son. And I think that was supposed to be a line. Maybe he was trying to make someone laugh without some sort of joke. I don't know. I feel like that's not at all what it is. But I don't know what it is. So, oh god. I think I failed in that half. My bad, guys.
I'm Bo-Yo, and I'm the greatest rapper ever. Rest the kids, whether they ever heard of Weird Al or not. Sounds like never.
Nice joke. Nice joke. It was a nice little, I don't know, it was just saying that they it's a unique way of implying that they forgot about him, and that no kids these days have ever heard of him.
Looks like everyone forgot you. Make it like your label while I drop you. I will leave the scene because I want to. You just disappear cause no one wants you. Another rise above so the has-been spot you. Clinging to the past, can't imagine man is bad shit. You think that I'm the sad one? Your current state is tragic.
You know, when that Weird Al Yankovic got his label dropped, and you know, no, and it's like, make it like the label when I drop you. I disappear because I want to. You just disappear because no one wants you. It's pretty much, it is what it is. And then there's a has-been reference that I don't quite get as well. And then there's, you think, man, this clinging to the past, that's bad shit, you know. It's kind of building up to what it actually is. Your current state is tragic. And I think he's saying that because he hasn't even made a music album since 2014. So I think his state is actually tragic. I think there might be a little reference in there because that's what it feels like it is. But it might actually just be the fact that he has a really bad current state at the moment.
Boys, let's not get too carried away. You're both just terrible.
But these island boys are here to play. Lonely Island, bitch, Andy, Akiva, and the Jorma Trio.
They just kind of stay who they are in this part, and there's not much to break down yet.
Carried as an L, so we died when we go. They don't want us back, we like, bitch, yeah, we know. TV did it, movies win it. Dropping records and you know they spin it.
Yeah, what about these dweebs?
Oh, damn, they did it!
At first, they're just kind of saying, you know, they carried SNL, and they have movies, TV, and records, and saying that the others didn't carry the same weight that they did, or in a sense, at least is what they were going for, while they name dropped a reference to one of their songs. And then that's just kind of everywhere throughout the rest of this verse. You'll see in a minute.
Alfred, I heard about your movie, man. You bankrupt the whole studio. You should have stuck with Batman.
And then he says, Weird Al Yankovic bankrupted the whole studio with how bad his movie flopped, which is pretty clever. And then they said they should have stuck with Batman.
Pouty boy over there. What's his name? We don't care. Didn't even jizz in my pants when I saw your chest band. Then there's Mr. Pedo Stash, porno hair guy. You just do the creep when you walk by.
Then they say that nobody knows who Bo Burnham is and that they don't care. And then they make fun of Weird Al Yankovic's mustache and his hair, saying that he's like a creepy little kid stalker almost, and that his hair could be long enough. Oh no, yeah, thing. So, and then saying like they do the creep, and then they also name drop one of their song titles. And oh my god, this got inappropriate. I have parents.
Roll a door, place, then we lock eyes. Open up the box. Something funny in your mouth for the first time.
For the final bar, they name drop one of their other songs and say something funny in your mouth for once. God, okay. You see, god damn it, Weeskeen. Why? You get the reference, right? If you don't, ask your parents when you get older or something like that.